following show is a paid program.
Hey family, how you doing? On today we have two guests. The first guest will be AJ Honore. He is a candidate for Stafford City Mayor. Our second guest will be Steve Rogers. He is the owner of Bar 5015, co-owner of Prospect Park and Turkey Leg Cut, and we'll talk to him in a few minutes. But we have AJ Honore with us. Hello, my friend. How you doing?
Hi, Cam. Good to be here with you.
Absolutely. I'm so glad. You're in a runoff right now.
Yes, sir, we are. We're in a major runoff for Stafford.
Absolutely. December the 12th is your day, 7
December
a.m.
12th.
It's this Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah. So it's only a couple days left, so our community really has to get out there and support so we can move Stafford forward.
Absolutely. Let's see a video of you real quick.
Happy holidays, friends and neighbors. This is AJ Honore, your candidate for Stafford Mayor. The holiday season is my favorite time of the year because it reminds us to give thanks and it reminds us to consider our blessings. We have so many things to think about during the holidays, and this year is even more complicated with the COVID pandemic on the increase. And in Stafford, we have a runoff election where you will elect Stafford's next mayor. The pandemic causes us to evaluate what the future of our lives will look like as the world is changing in front of our very eyes. God has a purpose for each of us, and we must fight through any doubts, and we must continue to have hope that better days are ahead for us here in Stafford. More than ever, now is the moment for leaders to step up and to build on unity and to strengthen our resolve to move away from troublesome rhetoric that has become common in partisan politics. I am the man that I have presented myself to be to you. I'm genuine and I am honest with you, and I will not compromise my character to trade and bash and lie about my opponent to win votes. This is why I received the highest number of votes in the general election. And it's also why I received in this runoff the support and the endorsement from so many Fort Bend County and Stafford public officials. Support from local spiritual leaders who serve as a community clock to help heal our souls and to give us comfort in the material world. And I also have the support of a host of past and present community leaders that will help me build a pathway to a healthy Stafford community, keeping us united on the core policies that keep our neighborhoods safe and that keep us strong. This is an important election for Stafford. Despite the unwholesome talk and despite the divisive rhetoric from my opponent during this election, which is a sign of desperation, he has not given you a vision for Stafford's future. I have. Know for certain that my endorsers and my supporters will not put their reputation on the line if his lies and negative campaigning had any merit. Now the facts are clear. You should know the facts, and you should know the truth. You can learn more about these facts on my website at www.honoreforzero.com. I want you to vote for truth. I want you to vote for transparency, and I want you to vote for a strong, united future for Stafford. Come out and vote for me again so we can lock it in. Stand united for a strong Stafford. Early voting starts Monday, November 30th through December 8th. Election day is December 12th. I look forward to seeing you at the polls. God bless.
So family, you just saw that information. We are here with him right now. Why did you decide to run and why now?
Well, I've lived in Stafford now for 34 years, and I've served on city council for 6 years. I've always been involved in the community from day one. I ran the Stafford Youth Basketball Association. My kids, I have 4 that have kind of come up, and they've played in the Youth Basketball Association. So I've been around and involved in Cub Scouts and so many things in our community, and having served on council for 6 years. I just think it's time for our city to move forward. So now is the right time for my candidacy and for us to begin moving Stafford forward for all of our citizens.
Absolutely. I love that. What changes would you like to make in Stafford?
Well, there are a lot, but there are some good things that we have to build on. Zero property taxes.
Yes.
We have to maintain our zero property tax. That's a legacy that our former mayor left for us, and we need a strong leader that understands finance and understands economic development in order to protect that. Because I'm taking over a budget that's an $8 million deficit this year that's expected. And in order to solve that budget deficit, council has moved money from our capital improvement fund and from our economic development fund. So that's $8 million that we won't have available to do $25 million worth of infrastructure work that needs to be done and to continue the great things that we started when we started building the new economic development on Highway 90 with Frost Bank and Dairy Queen and Starbucks. And we won't be able to continue to do the work that we need to get done in our island area and also the grid area. So we need economic development, and we need to make sure that we're not taking funds away from our capital improvements and our SEDC in order to sew up the difference in our fund balance.
Sounds good. Let's talk about your platform, what you stand on, and what you've been running through. And you've been telling people. Let's just let's go back over that. Let's talk about that.
Well, number one, zero property tax.
Right.
In order to do that, we have to have the right type of economic development. Stafford is a city inside of a metroplex, a beautiful metroplex, a diverse metroplex.
Yes.
So if we want to grow our city and grow our revenues to keep and maintain zero property tax, we have to use the remaining real estate that we have for the maximum value that we can achieve. And warehouses, it's a good asset for any community. It brings jobs, and it's good if you have a property tax because it brings value to the property. But we don't have a property tax, and we don't want to have one. So we have to look at other ways to generate revenue, and that's through retail sales tax. That's our number one way of generating revenues. I know a lot of people drive through Stafford, and they say, we don't like coming through there because we get too many tickets. Well, that's not a revenue, that should not be a revenue source for the city.
Right.
We have to look at economic development, bringing in the right type. So my platform is centered around really stabilizing our budget through economic development, and then looking at education for our kids. We have to make sure that our kids are taken care of, and we're the only municipal school district in the state of Texas. That puts us in a very unique position, but we're not leveraging that in the best way. And the way we leverage that is to make sure that we have full enrollment in our school district. If we don't have full enrollment, it means that we're sending money back to the state, and then they send that out to some other districts, what they call poor school districts, to help them through the Robin Hood legislation. That's how they fund school districts. Well, we're a rich school district, but our kids that are in the district are not rich. We have 70% of our kids that are on reduced or free lunch programs, but we're rich because of the property values that we have. So we generate a lot of revenue, and we don't want to send that revenue back. We want to keep it here so our kids can get full access to all the programs that we can offer. We wouldn't be able to offer early childhood education if we didn't have an approach to keep full enrollment, because those dollars would go back. And we couldn't have opportunities for our 3-year-olds to begin their general or fine arts education at the age of 3.
Wow.
We even now, just this year, we've opened up our early childhood education that allows our residents to send their babies, 6 months old, to our school district where they can start experiencing the academic learning process. We wouldn't be able to offer what we're opening up next year, which is a magnet program focused on STEM. So we have to make sure that we maintain full enrollment in order to make sure we have the dollars coming in so all of our kids can enjoy the maximum opportunity and diversity of education that we can offer them. And we can go on and on,
Right.
but between economic development and the education, once we get our fund balance taken care of, we need to start reinvesting into drainage. There's some big problems that we have with drainage in some of our areas. $25 million of infrastructure work that we need to get done. And once we determine how we're going to cash flow our city, then we can turn around and capitalize the cash flow in order to get those projects done now and not have to wait years and years and years before we attack some of those problems that we have in Stafford.
Absolutely. I love the area of Stafford, and we were talking about that. I'm in real estate too, been in it over 20 years, and zero property tax. I mean, my God.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge. I mean, imagine
Yes.
being able to keep that money in your family budget and be able to do things. And my goal as mayor is really very simple, and that's to make sure that our residents have a safe, peaceful, and joyful environment where they can raise their family and do what God put them on earth to do.
Sounds good. Let's go a little bit back and let's talk about your years as a vice president at J.P. Morgan Chase. People need to know that you have the ability to do this.
Yes, I mean, obviously I've been on council for 5 years, so I do have that experience. I know.
Right.
But at J.P. Morgan Chase, I was vice president of the tax exempt bond division. Mm-hmm. We worked with over $3 billion in economic development projects, mostly municipal projects, 36 different school districts. So I worked with government entities all of my career in banking, except for the time that I spent with human resources, which is another thing. I mean, running a city is much like running any type of a business. Mm-hmm. And the heartbeat of any business is the human resources. We were able to develop a new human resource department for the city for the first time as a result of my efforts on city council. It has done a tremendous job in terms of bringing pay equity into our employment process, making sure that we have fair evaluations, and continuing to build on that is something I want to do as the next mayor. But my background in banking is tremendous. I bring a lot of skills, a lot of ability to look at what we need to do specifically with a changing world. With this pandemic going on, things are changing now, and the world is going to be completely different. In my professional career currently, in order to run for this position, I actually resigned from being a reservist for the SBA, the Small Business Administration. I was on a contract. Whenever there's a disaster, they asked me to come and help small businesses restore and recover from the disasters. It started back with Hurricane Harvey. Then they asked me to come back and help with this current disaster, because we are in the middle of an economic disaster with COVID-19.
Right.
I was working with 20 to 25 different businesses every day, advising them on how they can get access to the stimulus money and be able to recover from what's happening in their businesses right now. So I'll bring those skills to the city. We'll start developing a recovery incubator program for our small businesses to help them retool for the new environment that we're going to have.
Sounds good. In doing so, let's look into the camera real quick and let's talk to the viewers. Let's talk to them about what they need to know for December the 12th, Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and why vote for you.
Stafford, this is a very critical election for us coming up. There's only one issue on the ballot, and that's who you're going to select for your next mayor. And you have a choice. We can either move Stafford forward or we can stay the course. Staying the course means that we'll continue having an $8 million budget deficit until we get to the point where we have no other option other than to implement a property tax. We don't want that. You don't want that. I don't want to see that happen. So we have to begin steering Stafford differently away from warehouse developments and into economic development centered around retail. We also have to make sure that our kids have access to a full education, of diversity of programming. And the only way to do that is we have to keep our hard-earned tax dollars that you pay for school taxes here and not send them to Austin. We do that by making sure that we have full enrollment. We have a great board of trustees. We have great leadership there at the school. We need to support them and make sure that we're doing everything we can from the municipal point to support that going on. So we need you to get out to vote. Get out to vote on Saturday, just 2 days from now. It's a big day. Vote for A.J. Honore as your next mayor so we can move Stafford forward.
Sounds good. We want to reiterate Election Day, Saturday, December the 12th, which is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Curbside voting is available. Ride to the polls. You can call 832-319-7000 and press 5. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
We'll take a break and we'll be right back with Steve Rogers.
be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
During the season's best sales event, Ron Carter Cadillac delivers 0% APR for 72 months plus $2,500 bonus cash on all 2020 XT4, XT5, and XT6. Or drive 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection only $299 a month. 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection just $369 a month. And first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection just $399 a month. All for 39-month lease with just $1 down.
RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, thanks so much for coming back. We just left AJ Honore, who is the candidate for mayor for Stafford, December the 12th is Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Go out and vote. Steve Rogers, owner of Bar 5015, co-owner of Prospect Park, and co-owner of Turkey Leg Hut. Hello, my friend.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Maybe a sound delay here, but I can hear you fine.
You can hear me fine? Okay, get in the center
Yes.
and we're going to be right there. There you are. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
There
Okay.
you go. There you go. Okay, everybody wants to know, who is Steve? I mean, every time we look up, I've been seeing you over, I'll say 20 years. I won't say 30.
Wow.
I won't give our ages away there. We'll just say, hey, we were 30. We were 2 when we started. Let's just say it like that.
Yeah, actually, I just celebrated a birthday last Tuesday.
Happy birthday to you. Everybody wants to know, how did you get started and why?
I got started in the, I guess in the hospitality space by way of working for Paul Mitchell, hair care product. After I graduated from college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To Houston, and my first job.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. That is Steve Rogers, owner of Bar 5015, co-owner of Prospect Park and Turkey Leg Hut. He is traveling right now, so we just wanted to make sure that people knew that. We're going to be taking live calls. If you want to call in and talk to Steve, 346-874-7267. Let's take a break and let him come back on real quick. Let's do that.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
During the season's best sales event, Ron Carter Cadillac delivers 0% APR for 72 months plus $2,500 bonus cash on all 2020 XT4, XT5, and XT6. Or drive 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection only $299 a month. 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection just $369 a month. And first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection just $399 a month. All for 39-month lease with just $1 down.
RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powles.
Season's best sales event, Ron Carter Cadillac delivers 0% APR for 72 months plus $2,500 bonus cash on all 2020 XT4, XT5, and XT6. Or drive 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection only $299 a month. 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection just $369 a month. And first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection just $399 a month. All for 39-month lease with just $1 down.
RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powles.
Season's best sales event, Ron Carter Cadillac delivers 0% APR for 72 months plus $2,500 bonus cash on all 2020 XT4, XT5, and XT6. Or drive 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection only $299 a month. 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection just $369 a month. And first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection just $399 a month. All for 39-month lease with just $1 down.
RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powles.
Season's Houston's best sales event, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers 0% APR for 72 months plus $2,500 bonus cash on all 2020 XT4, XT5, and XT6. Or drive 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection only $299 a month. 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection just $369 a month. And first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection just $399 a month. All for 39-month lease with just $1 down.
RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey family, how you doing? While we're trying to get Steve on, and he'll be right back. He's traveling right now, and they're getting him on real quick. But we want to do some upcoming events. There's going to be a toy drive that they're going to have D&P Productions on this Saturday also from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So they want you to bring toys out. The actual address is 7447 Harwin. I will be there. We will be receiving toys at that point. They will be given to foster care children as well as children that may be homeless. So we want to have as many toys as we can, especially during COVID at this time. We want people to come out, please. You don't have to get out. You can drop them by. I know with COVID, and of course they shop, spend money, but that's what they're going to be doing. Again, that's Ladies' Night tonight at 7:30. Look up Tawana Rogers Rose on Facebook, and she always has a great event for ladies. Thousands of ladies just tune in to her globally around the world. And I'm telling you, she always has a fantastic event. She also gives prizes away during that time. Hey, Steve, can you hear me? Hey, Steve. Steve, can you hear me? All right, we're still trying to connect him very quickly while he's doing. Hey, Steve.
I can hear you.
Okay, sounds good. We've got Steve back. Okay, we were just talking about, hey, buddy, how did you get started and why?
Okay, like I said, I got started in the whole hospitality space through Paul Mitchell. Yeah. After I graduated from college, I moved back to the city, to Houston, and my job was to go out and develop the black haircut market with the Paul Mitchell product. Right. So that gave me the opportunity to go into all of the salons and barbershops throughout the city of Houston and surrounding areas. And while with Paul Mitchell, we was, I went out and found all the top hairstylists in the city and got them on my team to be educators. And that was kind of my foot in the door with the salons, as I had these talented stylists that people respect in the community to come in their salon and teach them about the product. From that, it just kind of grew. I saw an opportunity to do my own hair show here in the city. I took a leave of absence after 4 years with Paul Mitchell and started doing my own hair shows called Hair Battle. That was in 1995. And that lasted over 10 years. And then from there, I just kind of got into the weekly club promoting and party space. And just kind of grew from there.
Absolutely. I love that. In doing so, you've always had establishments, my friend, that were always first class. along the way. Every time I've gone through them, they've always had such a way of embodying family. You know, when you get in there, you know someone or they know you, and it's just really camaraderie. And looking at that, just recently you opened Bar 5015 and you wanted a dress code. Why? Why so?
We wanted to create a space where everyone felt comfortable, and we knew we had to have certain dress code, a certain dress code in place. And when we first opened up, probably about 2 or 3 weeks in, you know,
Uh-huh.
we saw that these.
Mm-hmm. Yes, uh-huh. Okay. All right. We'll pick him right back up. But every time I go to Steve, any of his establishments, I'm telling you, always Bar 5015, Prospect Park. And remember, Prospect Park is Fountain View and on the north side, Willowbrook. Both of those establishments have always been top notch. Turkey Leg Hut, the food is amazing. Lines outside the door every time I go. And they are always, always class. He has a class act. He has recently with Bar 5015, when you go over there, just a huge, huge, huge patio. Just, I mean, it's enormous. I'm over here bragging
Yes.
about you, my friend.
Okay, I'm back here. Yes. So yeah, we got the space, and we've been back open for now for about 2 months now since everything happened back in June.
Right.
But I think we've created an amazing space for people to feel safe, amazing space for people to come in and just get something different in the city that they're not currently getting right now.
Absolutely. What I love about Bar 5015, you have one of the largest TVs outside, and the patio is huge. So it's so comfortable for COVID-19 just at this point, you know, such a time as
Absolutely.
this, you know. How did you
Absolutely.
come up with that concept? Just having the large patio and just being out, you know, just being outside, really.
Well, we when the last tenant, when she had the space, she didn't, I guess, utilize the
Right.
parking lot. And when I got the lease last year, that was one of the first things that me and my contractor kind of looked over and saw that we can create a huge patio space out there. And we got it designed perfectly. We utilized every square foot out there possibly to build that space. The large screen TV came about really after the second build out. You know, we didn't have it initially when we finished it back in February. But once everything happened in June, we were able to go back and do a lot of things that we didn't do initially. And the biggest thing that people can see is the huge TV that we have out there. We've added some nice trees out there, also some different lighting. So yeah, it all came together perfectly this second go around. And I'm very proud of it. I hope the city comes out and see what we've done to it. We are working closely also with the neighbors to make sure we're being good neighbors, to address parking concerns, to address noise concerns. And so we've had Zoom meetings set up with them over the last 2 weeks to try to be good neighbors.
Well, what I love about each one of your projects, because each one that you have been positioned in, you always are one of the best marketing gurus that I've ever seen. I'm telling you, marketing, marketing, marketing. Let's talk about that. Why so with marketing?
I think the marketing part of it is very important, and I kind of got that from working with Paul Mitchell. I think working with those guys, John Paul DeJury kind of gave me like an MBA in marketing actually. But I think just leaving that lasting impression, creating something that people will hold on to and remember, going out, finding original content that provoke thought, emotions. So all those things go into it. I think into creating a great marketing piece. and just marketing in general. Back when I first started, it was all about flyers and
Right.
and putting in some hand to hand and going door to door.
Right.
But as we move to the digital space now, you definitely got to be able to create, original creative content that can hold people's attention, for at least 15 to 30 seconds.
Absolutely. There was a question that came in is because people love you, especially as an entrepreneur, my friend, what advice would you give anybody if they're wanting to go into the restaurant or bar industry?
Oh, wow. I think, you have to love it. You got to have a passion for it. I used to say back when I was promoting that, you got to have the stomach for it. Because it's not always, a good look. People come and see the finished product,
Right.
the night of, but they don't see all the hard work that goes into it, throughout the week and throughout the, these long meetings with managers and vendors and stuff like that. But I would say, if you want to get into that space, really have a passion for it. Really do your research and homework on that particular, I guess, product or a category you want to get into, whether it's in the food space or the bar space. And there's a lot of bars and restaurants that are out there now where you
Yes.
got to figure out what separates you from everyone else. And so I think that's very, very critical in that. But it's a tough job. It's 24/7. It's not something that you clock in and clock out. You got to love it. And then what's interesting, I always hear people ask me, when are you going to retire? And I'm like, that's never crossed my mind. And if you in the I guess the space of being an entrepreneur and your own boss, retirement, is not in your vocabulary. You just keep moving forward and always think about the next opportunity that's out there for you.
Absolutely. Now, what's a little different now than when you started, I'm sure back in the 90s, because you're changing with millennials. So their differences have changed, and also technology has changed. And now with COVID, it was a certain percentage that you could only have in a restaurant or bar and things like that. Let's speak on that.
Well, we having to shift, and focus more on with what I'm doing. I guess focus more on the food aspect of it.
Right.
Creating, all the platforms to be able to get food delivered. Creating, a menu that's that's pretty flexible, that you can get, prepared pretty easily and quickly. I think those are the things for me. During this whole pandemic, with Prospect Park, we were able to figure out that we could, do more with less, and we was able to trim a lot of fat that we had, on our expenses and get it down to where we can really operate at a larger, percentage of profit wise. But with regards to, I guess, capacity, um, it's very difficult. I see a lot of places that are not open. I see a lot of places that are having issues also with capacity with the fire marshals and TABC, and it's a difficult time right now. We've been able to manage and kind of navigate through a lot of this here and still be open, and still providing a consistent experience for the customers. So that's where our focus is right now, is just being consistent, making sure that we provide that same consistent experience for the people, and I think we'll be okay on the other side of this.
Absolutely. What I love about your establishment's location, location, location. By me being in real estate, of course, location is the key. Sometimes people critical. Sometimes people put a great club or restaurant in a beautiful space, but it's the location of it. You know what I mean?
Crucial, crucial. I've been blessed and fortunate enough to be in some good locations, from Prospect, the Turkey Leg Hut,
Right.
5015, Sugar Hill, all those spaces. We've been able to be in a good location where we had traffic that was there, and
Right.
that allowed us to be be successful.
I also love the fact that you have, with your locations, you always provide valet parking. People don't think that's critical, but when you're dating someone, a lady comes out, that's critical because they're not going to walk 3 miles in those shoes.
Yeah, yeah. Valet parking is definitely critical, especially in
Yes,
Houston. Um, and that's one of the challenges that we're having right now in Third Ward is just
yes.
growing so fast on Alameda that we're looking at having to find other options and opportunities to park these cars. And we're working with the city right now to make sure that we're not blocking the neighbors'
Right.
driveways and blocking their access to get down their street. So we don't take it lightly. People think the valet is an opportunity for us to make, I guess, money off parking, but we're trying to create, I guess, situation for the neighbors to still have a quality of life in their neighborhood, and
Right.
not us coming there and just disrupt it. So, yeah, but valet definitely is important when you have, like you say, that date and you have that nice vehicle that you don't want to park,
Right, and you don't want it towed.
towed and park, 3 streets over and have
Right.
to be worried about it. So yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The other thing that I love about it is that you have thought, especially with the turkey leg hut, I love the fact that you all have different trucks and locations. You can provide the trucks at different locations, you know? It doesn't have to just be in Third Ward. It can be the
Yeah.
actual truck or the trailer can be in Galleria. It can be on the
Right.
north side. It can be wherever and still service the people.
Yeah, that the whole turkey leg phenomenon is it's in a category all by itself. Um, Not other product out there that's like it. Took a product that was sold primarily at the fair and at the rodeo,
Right.
and just kind of tricked it out. And he added some Hennessy jerk sauce to it. Added a crawfish mac and cheese.
Right.
Some Ciroc. And this it just in a whole category by itself. And we have some amazing other items on the menu as well. The food is quality. You get a nice portion, and it's good. And the I guess my partners down there, Lynn and the kid, have done an amazing job at with the marketing and really driving the traffic to Alameda. And you can probably go to any parts of the country,
Right.
and people have heard about turkey leg hut. I've been traveling, and I go and I have a shirt on, and
Right.
people commented on it all the time. So yeah, it's an amazing situation for the city of Houston, and I'm definitely proud to be a part of that situation, part of that
Absolutely.
concept.
Oh, sounds good. And then Prospect Park, going back to that, just bringing both sides. You're on the north side and you're in the southwest side. And both of those live music you bring out. Why so live music?
Well, honestly, and you probably noticed also, to me, I think the whole live music space there was a void once Scott Gardner closed.
Right.
The Sky Bar closed, and then maybe shortly thereafter the Red Cat closed. So there was a void for live music, and we have a lot of talent in the city, musicians and singers. So we're just trying to provide a space for them to come out and perform, and for people to go and see them. We just took over the property faces across the street from 5015, and we're building it out right now, and that will be I guess a space more geared towards for live music.
Right. Oh, wow. That's going to be exciting. The reason I love what you do, live music, you give people jobs. Let's talk about that. Many people that are out in Houston have told me over and over, please thank, Steve all these years for him providing jobs for our families, because those are families.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think about that a lot, but we had our company party this past Monday over at a restaurant in Galleria area, and with all the concepts. And we probably, when we were doing the count to do the guarantee for the restaurant, we had a head count of about 400 people, and we didn't realize amongst all the concept that we have that there were so many people that we have employed, and like you said,
Right.
depend on us to be open up every day and provide a good service for the customers to keep the doors open. So yes, we are definitely happy to be providing jobs for the community. We've seen people grow within the brand. They come in as a server and now they're managers. Just seeing that growth, seeing them having insurance, seeing them making their first purchase of a home, watching them buy their first car. It's definitely a blessing.
You have a lot of community initiatives that you do. You promote health, wellness, and entrepreneurship. Let's talk about that and why.
Well, the first one dealing with health and wellness, we started a monthly bike ride that we do every last Saturday of the month at 5015. It's a 20-mile bike ride. We meet at 9 a.m. every last Saturday. It's 10 miles out, 10 miles back in. And we always attach a vegan or healthy food option or a healthy drink option as a sponsor to the ride, so the riders can be introduced to another way of a healthier lifestyle of eating and drinking. This is our 4th month going into that initiative, and we're starting to build on it. We're getting some actual doctors and stuff that are calling us right now, where we'll be doing some testing on site once we get back from the ride and providing more information about different things. So that has been good. The second thing is the I Am My Own Boss Kids Expo, in which we focus on our future leaders and CEOs in the market. We did our first one 2 months ago, and we had 17 very talented young entrepreneurs that showed up and displayed their product and service to the community. And it was such a success that we're doing our second one on MLK weekend next month. So yeah, we just want to give back and provide opportunities for our next leaders in the city or in the market, and just let them know that there's other ways to be successful. That you can take a route besides going sports or entertainment, and so we're trying to expand and build on that also.
What I love about you too, Steve, is that you, just like many of us, really push Black entrepreneurship. You really push it in a way that you speak to people that are dreamers, and 40 million people now are unemployed due to COVID and other things that have happened. In looking at that, what would you tell people about Black entrepreneurship or just being in a business for yourself?
Well, I guess the first part of that, just being in business for yourself, is people, like I said, they see the end result. They don't see the hard work. They don't see the risk or the failure that comes from it. And I think you have to be prepared to fail. And to be an entrepreneur, every day. It's not going to be a win. Every product or every service or every venture may not be a win, but through those failures, you learn, you pivot, you adjust, you listen to the data that's out there that's been given to you, and you come back. That's what I tell a lot of people who ask me all the time about my advice on how to get started or what should I be doing, and I would always just tell them just don't be afraid to fail. Always have what you're trying to do, your goals and stuff written down so you can see them, but don't be afraid to fail.
Absolutely. The other thing that I see is when you choose employees. Someone was asking, what are your sights on that? In looking at, and we were just talking about your employees, many of you have started with you for a long period of time, maybe being waiters and waitresses or so, but now management.
You're looking for people that are talent that have potential to grow. Someone that is not coming into the position or situation thinking they have all the answers or they know it all, but someone that's coming in and willing to grow. someone have that spark, that passion. You see it that you had, and that's willing to take the steps necessarily to growth in the brand to be successful. Someone that's not coming in, like I say, just coming in and thinking that they should be, I guess, a boss, in the first month or so.
I've noticed at all of your locations, you all have taken a lot of the great stance. And if someone is there and say, for instance, they're not able to get home, I've seen your establishments provide or help out, finding Ubers, finding Lyfts, finding, places for people to, be able to get home safely. Why so?
That's crucial. The guest is the life of the business,
right?
And we can't take it for granted that they're going to, if they're leaving the establishment and maybe having too much or maybe can't drive, and we put a lot of pressure on our door guy to make sure that he's checking everyone as they leave the space, because there's a huge liability also on us that can come from that. So yeah, if there's someone that's maybe not looking or feeling a certain way, we would definitely get their keys and get them a ride home. We get their cars parked and secured on our property, and
I've
we
same that.
follow with it. We've had about probably in the last 4 or 5 months. I do remember about 4 cases like that where cars were left and Uber and Lyft was provided.
Absolutely. I've seen that, and you've done a great job at that. Let's tell people about the importance, how to do all the jobs in an establishment, the importance of it.
Well, it's it's crucial, People often, look at this one part of it. I'm just going to speak on one part of it. They look at the busters or the bar backs as not a glamorous job, but you ask any bartender or server, if the busters or bar backs don't show up on one day, what it looks like.
Yes.
You're right. It's not good. It's not good. But definitely as an owner, you have to be able to work all parts of the space just in case someone don't show up and the business can still go on. So, I'm in there when I'm there often working. I'm not in a booth, or in a section, drinking and having really a good time. I'm in there kind of trying to touch tables, get feedback from the guests, checking on the guests, make sure everything is good, making sure the space looks clean, making sure the restroom is good. Just all of that. All those things are critical and important for, thank you, to be successful.
Absolutely. Well, what would you like to leave with the viewers, my friend?
Just come by, and visit, one of our locations. We are Prospect Park, Southside, 3100 Fountain View in Richmond. We have a north location, Willowbrook Shopping Mall, parking lot 249 and 1960, Turkey Leg Hut 4830 Alameda, and Bar 5015 Alameda. And again, we're trying to be consistent in our service and provide a good experience to the guests.
Well, my friend, you're first class. I appreciate the opportunity for everything you're doing. Thank God for you all these years for Houston and what your establishments have provided. They are first class and top notch. I appreciate you, my friend, for the opportunity.
Thank you. I appreciate this interview.
Sounds good.
Appreciate it.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Hey, guys,
Right.
Thank you so much. We will have Zion the Voice on tomorrow. Have a good one, 12:30, 1:30 Central Standard Time. Bye.